Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to another installment of The Inner Circle, with me, Alisha Portman, as your host. Today, ladies and gents, we'd have a very special guest, one of UFN's top talents as of last night. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to your reigning, defending, undisputed late night fight night champion and your newly titled UFN Women's Champion, the original wrecker, Aliyah Anderson. Whew. I gotta say, it feels damn good to be here. Aliyah, I bet it does. So, I have to say, you really must be reeling from last night's PLE, God's Greatest Creation Tournament 2, where you had not one, but two matches. You opened the show facing Harmony Rose to defend your late night fight night championship, and successfully defended that. And then later on in the show, you went on to face Madam Scorpion for her UFN Women's Championship. Aliyah, what's going through your head right now? Reeling? Alisha? Really? No. Honey, I'm reveling. Every bone in my body is singing, not aching. Last night wasn't just a tournament. It was a coronation. 2 matches, 2 championships, and 2 more souls added to the list of those who have been wrecked by the original. What's going through my head, you ask? Pure, unadulterated fucking dominance. You know, the kind that keeps lesser women up at night. I think you know what I mean, Alisha. I might know a thing or two. I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. So, Miss Anderson, that show could have gone very differently for you. What was your thought process during your match with Harmony Rose? I mean, honestly, Harmony Rose was an obstacle. I'll call her that. A means to an end, really, because my sights, honestly, were firmly set. I'm not going to say on Madam Scorpion, but on that UFN Women's Championship. And Harmony Rose just happened to be standing between me and my destiny. So, I mean, I'm sorry I had to go through her the way that I did, but it wasn't personal. Honestly, it was just business. But under no circumstances am I sorry that I won. Victory is paramount. And she was simply in the way of the Reckoning era's undeniable progress. And what would you say was the difference in your thought process when you were facing Madam Scorpion? Madam Scorpion. That was a different beast entirely. My thought process for her, especially trapped in that cell in a knockout match, shifted from winning to utter destruction. In that environment with no pins, no submissions, just pure brutal incapacitation, I wasn't just aiming for the title, I was aiming for her very will. Every move, every strike, every impact against that unforgiving steel was calculated to demolish, to diminish her. To break her down until she couldn't even lift her head. It wasn't about out wrestling her. It was about outlasting her. It was about out punishing her and leaving her in a broken heap in the middle of the ring. That UFN Women's Championship wasn't just a target. It was a prize for surviving and dominating absolute chaos. Wow, Miss Anderson, you are really devoted. So now that you're a double champion, but you also hold the top 2 titles in UFN, what is next for Aliyah Anderson? Or Aliyah Styles, whichever you prefer. What's next, Alisha? What's next, Alisha? I'm glad you asked. What's next is the ICWT Women's Championship. The title above all titles. I frankly don't care who's holding it. Whether they're celebrating a long reign or just got their hands on it. That title belongs on my shoulder. It's the next piece of gold in my collection. The next championship that will lift me higher on that mountain. And the next stepping stone to proving that there isn't a single woman in any promotion who can stand in my way. Consider it a formal declaration. The ICWT Women's Championship is my next title. And anyone currently holding it is just keeping it warm for the original Rekka. Wow. So, Miss Anderson, because, I get paid to ask the really pressing and juicy questions, I have to ask you, given your undeniable success and your rather intense methods in the ring, do you ever worry that the reckoning persona might overshadow Aliyah Anderson, the woman, or do you believe they're one and the same? Overshadow? Alisha, please. The reckoning persona isn't some mask I put on for the cameras or when the bell rings. It is Aliyah Anderson. It is the unfiltered, unadulterated essence of who I am when I step into that squared circle. It's the part of me that demands victory, that thrives on dominance, that refuses to be anything less than the best. There's no separation. The woman you see sitting here, the champion you saw last night, the original Rekka, it's all one cohesive, unstoppable force. Anything less would be a lie. And Aliyah Anderson don't do lies. And, speaking of dominance, you also hold the distinct honor of being the longest reigning late night fight night champion in the women's division, that is. How does it feel to hold that title alone? Not just the championship, but the title of the longest reigning. That title, longest reigning late night fight night women's champion. That's something different, The championships, they're tangible proof of victory, like what I've taken. But the reign is proof of endurance, of consistency, of turning every single challenger week after week, month after month, to hold on to what is mine. It feels like, I almost hate to say it, but it feels like validation. It's a testament to the fact that I don't just win, I dominate a division. It's a statement that while others might have their fleeting moments, that I'm here to stay. Etching my name into history. Not just any history, because who wants to just be part of any history? I'm etching my name into the ICWT history. Into UFN history. One wrecked opponent at a time. It feels like exactly what it is. Undisputed, undeniable power. Well, Aliyah, it's been... at least you're honest. I have to say that. You deserve everything you've got and you've worked your behind off for it. I'm not going to deny you that. And, you know, I very much appreciate you coming out here today and spending time with us today on the show. But, unfortunately, that is all the time we have. And we look forward to seeing you next time. And ladies and gentlemen, next episode, I will be interviewing none other than another new champion. You all know him by the name of Jet Styles. And some of you love him as the leader of Lucky 13. So, you know, look out for that episode. And this has been The Inner Circle with your host, Alisha Portman. Until next time, loves. Ta-ta.